Hey folks, coming to you with a video update that maybe you have been wanting to hear for a while, certainly one I've been wanting to be able to give for a while. And that's an update on our COVID protocols. As of this week, the Coronavirus Commission that our session established over a year and a half ago has decided that based on health data that is out there, as well as the wisdom of some peer institutions, we are now moving to the next step in our process, which is to have masks be optional for folks who are vaccinated. All right, so what does that mean? First, it means for some of us, really good news. This is something that we've been waiting for. This is something that we've not only have we maybe just found masks to be something we were looking forward to not having to wear, but more importantly, it's the fact that the community health situation is where it is so that the risk has lowered. We've said all along that despite what other churches or other institutions may have decided to use as their own criteria, we were going to be guided by health experts, by external health data, but not just what we wanted to see in that data, but what were the experts actually saying. The Alabama Department of Public Health has moved Mobile County finally because the numbers have moved. The health department has labeled Mobile County now as a moderate risk category county. We're no longer high risk or substantial risk. And so with that comes some easing in some rules because the community's health is in a different place than it was weeks, months ago. So we're guided by that wisdom and we're excited to make this change. I want to make sure that you know if you're someone who would like to still wear a mask, 100% you are of course empowered to do so, free to do so, welcome to do so. We're a mask-friendly congregation. So some folks in worship and Bible studies and other gatherings will be wearing masks. Others won't be. We want both groups to feel comfortable. We want both groups to feel safe and no one to feel pressured one direction or the other. You do what you need to do to feel able to fully participate in the worship and fellowship, the mission, the discipleship, all that goes into who we are as Spring Hill Presbyterian Church. We hope that you'll do that. I think a few other reminders that would be important to remember, and that is that this applies to vaccinated adults. If you haven't yet gotten the vaccine, certainly hope that you will do so. If you need help tracking that down, call the church office and we're happy to help you. That also, though, of course, means that some of our younger church members, those who are under the age of 12, haven't yet had the opportunity to receive a vaccine. So our children will still be required to wear masks. Our children's activities like Blast and Kids Lead on Sunday mornings and youth as well, because some of our 6th graders are not yet 12. All of those activities are continuing as they have been planned, and that is outdoors, safely unmasked, or if indoors with masks. We know that singing can produce an increase in particles that are more harmful. And so our choirs that are starting back this week, in fact, the day I'm recording this video, our choir is rehearsing in person, physically in the building for the first time. But they're going to be wearing masks some of the time as they rehearse, and other times they'll be spaced and distanced differently. So just want to make sure you keep that in mind too. We're not yet at the point where we're ready for longer sit-down meals, potluck gatherings, but I hope that's coming when the situation improves and continues to do so. So anyway, just wanted to share this news with you. I thought of all the places to do it. Let me say, while this is an important moment, it may be a small scale threshold moment for some of us. We're not out of the woods yet, right? We know that COVID is still here. We know that it's still a reality. We know that people are still catching the virus and dying from the virus. And all along we've said we want our church to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. We feel like we can still be part of the solution and make this move. But I don't want you to hear in any of this that we think COVID's gone or that we're denying any of the realities of the numbers around us. So anyway, as I think through that kind of nuanced bit, we're where we are now, where we are heading, and hopefully what is not yet gone, but hopefully will be gone soon. I think about this room. We're in the conference room here. There's the long, wonderful handmade table that's here, and books. This is a lot of our Bible reference books. Anyway, I thought that this is a place that I come to sometimes to think about things at the church that feel big, because this is a big room for me. When I first set foot in our church as a prospective candidate interviewing for the position, this was the room that I had the big interview with the committee, the pastor nominating committee. Sat down. They were nice and kind, and yet I was still, I'm sure, sweating bullets because it's just a nervous thing to go through, an exciting thing as well. In the middle of that interview, the power went out. There was a loud crash of thunder outside, and then everything went dark. So it was Mobile, and it was June of 2013. So Mobile in June means, of course, rain, so storms, power went out, but also it means heat. And so it didn't take that long before I wasn't the only one sweating bullets. The air conditioning had gone out, and we kept going. It was a good reminder for me now. In the moment, it was very stressful, but looking back afterwards, I can see it was sort of a metaphor of beginning ministry to say things aren't going to go the way any of us expect. Unexpected surprises, some good, but also some hard, some that we wish weren't the case, are going to just be part of the way life in the church is. The truth is, that's the way life in the church has always been. We've been doing a Bible study with a number of our groups in the church on the life and ministry of the Apostle Paul. Look back at the challenges that he faced, the challenges that the early church faced. Things didn't go according to our plans, and yet God was still faithful and with us in the midst of it. So as we're here in this time of making a transition, at least related to masks, but that's a step in a larger transition related to the whole COVID pandemic, as I'm standing here in this space, and as you are wherever you are, both internally and externally, in the midst of all that's going on, I want you to remember that truth as well, that God is still with us, even and maybe especially when things don't go according to our plans. And sometimes it takes looking back afterwards to see that. So, all right, I've shifted into preaching, which means I should probably stop the video and let you go, but want to make sure you heard vaccinated adults at Spring Hill Pres, now masks are optional. And we trust that you will prayerfully and faithfully make the decision for what's best for you and your family and the health of others. All right, thanks everybody, and see you Sunday. I look forward to seeing more of your whole face on Sunday. Bye.